cannot believe, and you're here in the office of Mr. Toops, and it's a wonderful day. Today we're going to do Staar Review 4. Yeah! We're going to do the first part. I'm going to do 3 tutorials on this. Please understand this. These are important. If you are not doing these Staar Reviews, it's a grade. Every week you will get a 0 in the grade book. Make sure you're doing the best you can on this. Email me if you need help. Look at your old Staar Reviews. The keys are in the Canvas module, in the Staar Review module. I'm putting the keys in there so you can go back. If you've noticed, these problems repeat. These are important. Some of these questions will appear very similar on your test, so make sure you're doing them. Very important that we're doing these Staar Reviews. This is like one of the few grades you're going to get from me. So every week, do a few problems every night. You don't have to do the whole thing. Turn it in on Friday, 5 extra points. Okay, so today I'm going to do a few on the front, and hopefully you're getting better on the graphic. Y'all bombed the test on doing a graph. Y'all should have got that right. So let's look at number 1. Okay, I'm just going to graph the 3 lines for you on number 1, and then you can do the rest on your own. It's the same. Notice these repeat. This is the 4th time you've done this. So number 1, we have y equals 1. That's going to be a line that goes to the y-axis at 1. Let me record this. I haven't started recording yet. So record. And we are recording, and my whiteboard magically appeared. Okay, so on number 1, it's y equal 1. So I'm going to put a dot on the y-axis at 1, and it's going to be a horizontal line, right? That's my number 1 line, and that line has a slope of 0. Remember, y equal is flat, x equal is vertical. It's the opposite of the axes. The y-axis is up and down, but a line going through it is flat. The x-axis is flat, but a line going through it is vertical. Just remember that. Number 2, x equals 3. So it's going to go through the x-axis at 3, and it's going to do this, and that's my number 2 line. Okay, and that has an undefined slope. Okay, number 3, the slope is going to be -1, and my y-intercept is going to be -2. You did this in 7th and 8th grade. You've got to be able to do this, and you couldn't on the test. So the slope is negative, or the y-intercept is -2, and my slope is going to go down 1, right 1. So it's going to go down 1, right 1 until I run off the graph. Then I'm going to go backwards, up 1, left 1, and I'm going to make those dots go all the way across the grid. And I'm going to connect those, and that will be my 3rd line wanted. Okay, make sure you're numbering the lines. This will be due, let's see, I forgot the date. It's the following Monday. Oh. I can look it up. Okay, it's going to be due Monday the 5th. So Monday 10-5. Yeah, use your technology. Okay, I need to turn on my calculator while I do this before the next step. So I'm going to turn on the Inspire calculator. Okay, while that is turning on, we're going to go. Now that you can finish the rest of them. Now that on this problem here, make sure you label this. This will be your base. Make sure you dot where it crosses. And over here will be your height. Okay? So your base is the flat edge, the height goes up and down. So your base is actually on top of this, okay? Let's go and do number 9. Y'all are not doing too good on number 9. I'm going to zoom in on this. So on number 9, basically what we're doing is we're subtracting polynomials. So you're going to take that negative and distribute it. Nothing will happen to the first part. So you write down 3x squared plus 7x plus 2. And then I'm going to distribute the negative. Okay, so I'm going to get negative 2x squared minus 7x plus 9. Okay? Let me open this up. Okay, let's go back to here. Okay, now then we're going to combine our x squares. We're going to combine the x's, and we're going to combine the constants. So we could end up with 3 things in the answer. We're going to do sign, number, letter, exponent. This is 6th grade integer work. So a positive 3x squared and a minus 2x squared. The 3 is larger, the plus drops. 3 minus 2 is 1, and the letter is x, the exponent's 2. You don't need the plus 1, do you? So this is just x squared. Then go to the next one. What's 7x minus 7x? The x's cancel out, don't they? And then 2 minus 9. 9's larger, drop the plus. And 2 plus 9 is 11. This is the answer. Not that difficult, okay? Let's do number 12. These are the hardest things you're going to do before Christmas. This is a hard concept. We're going to solve for g. Now then notice, we need to get rid of the 2, the n, and the 7, right? The 2 will move across and go from the bottom to the top. The n is going to be subtracting, and the negative 7 is going to go on the bottom. And you'll see this as we do it. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the 2 first. And remember, we're combining these Bluebell trucks before we distribute. So we'll get 2p equals, these 2's cross out, and I'm going to distribute 1, right? So this is just going to be n minus 7g. So notice the 2 went from the denominator to the numerator. Now I'm going to move the n across. So subtract n. So I'm going to have 2p minus n equals negative 7g. And now I'm going to divide by negative 7. So I'm going to get 2p minus 2 over negative 7 equals g. And that's my answer. Not that hard. So now look, the 2 went from the numerator, or from the denominator to the numerator. The n is positive, or this should be a minus n. What did I do here? I'm going to mess y'all up. So minus n. And this should be a negative n. Sorry about that. The n went from positive to negative, and the negative 7's now in the denominator. You'll get the hang of this, okay? Just keep doing them. Keep doing them. Okay, and lastly, on the first day right here, we're going to do number 11. And you've been doing this every single week. So I'm going to do an announcement today. I'm doing this on Sunday. Sunday evening, you will get an announcement in Canvas about, if you have a school laptop, how to download the Inspire calculator. Okay, there's going to be an announcement about that if you do not have an Inspire calculator yet. Okay, so we're going to graph x squared minus 4x plus 3 on the calculator. So open up your calculator, hit the home button, make sure it's cleared. You do what? Home, menu 2, C, enter, right? Okay, clear the calculator like they taught you in junior high. And we're going to graph, we're going to go to B. And then I'm going to graph. Notice that my cursor's up here. If it's not, hit menu. It says graph is 3. Not 4, 3. Menu 3, 1. So menu graph function gives you the graph. Now then I want to graph, and I need to look again, x squared minus 4x plus 3. So x squared minus 4x plus 3. So x squared minus 4x plus 3. That gives you your graph. Then you hit enter. Notice I have my graph, but I don't have my answers, do I? So I want the answers for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to hit here, and I'm going to hit Control T gives you the table, right? Control T gives you the table. I need to go up 1 to get my 0. Okay, this is the table I need. So notice my 0's 3. If I input 1, I get 0. If I input 2, negative 1. If I input 3, I get 0. Okay, so the numbers on the right, the 3, 0, negative 1, 0, 3, are the answers I need. So if I input 0, I get negative 3. If I input 1, I get 0. If I input 2, I get negative 1, 0. I'm sorry, this is positive 3, isn't it? No, this is a positive 3. And then this is a positive 3. So these are the numbers from the table, right? So I'm taking the 3, 0, negative 1, 0, 3, and I'm plugging them into the table right here. Now then, 2 numbers give us a 0, don't they? So the 1 gives us a 0, and the 3 gives us a 0. Those are actually the zeros of the equation. It's either the root or the zeros, okay? So write zeros up here. Those are the x, and then write this down. Those are the x-intercepts. So this line will cross the x-axis at 1 and 3. Okay? So notice it was a curve. If you look at the function, the graph crosses that x-axis at 1 and 3, doesn't it? And that's your zeros, okay? A line will cross the x-axis once. A curve like this will cross it twice. Okay, so on that problem, we had 2 roots or 2 zeros. Okay? You should be able to do the rest of 1 to 11 on your own. Actually, 1 to 14. You should be able to do 1 to 14 on your own. Try to finish those up. We'll continue on this tomorrow. Remember, you are amazing. You are created to do wonderful things. Always believe, and you are awesome.